Get ready. It's time for a well-deserved break, Pittsburgh, with Heather Abraham and David Highfield from the KDKA TV studios. It's Pittsburgh Today Live.
Sometimes it happens.
Oh boy.
I was just telling David.
Wait, do we really want to talk about this on TV?
Why not?
Okay.
You don't think people can relate?
No, sometimes we have these discussions right before we go on, and
A lot of times.
Thank goodness we're not talking about this on TV.
All right. I'm not going to name names. It was just a post of a friend of mine who said, I didn't realize that I hadn't brushed my teeth yet today until I put my mask on and was disgusted by my own breath. And I thought, I mean, what if you have garlic for lunch and you don't get around to brushing your teeth?
It's true.
I'm sure this person is not alone.
Well, I was just saying,
I
have been using, I'm known around the newsroom as you can hear me coming because I have Tic Tacs in my pocket all the time. Oh, hi, Patty.
Hi, Patty. Patty is looking very
Patty's out here.
Can we get the overhead studio shot of Patty walking
So there's one camera that is shorter than the others today, and I'm not sure why.
There you go, Patty.
And I think Patty's investigating it right now.
Are you solving the problem, Patty? She has it back now. Okay,
All right.
Good job, Patty.
Live television, everyone.
Welcome to what we see.
So anyway, I was saying, I think I've been using fewer Tic Tacs because you keep 6 feet away from people and you're wearing a mask, and you think less about what your breath might be like.
Good for you.
So I don't
fine with
know.
it.
Yeah.
Hey, you weren't here, but we actually got to celebrate a little bit early when we talked about our PTL deal days on Friday. We had a banana split here in studio.
I heard about this.
Yes, it was fantastic.
But today is the day to celebrate. Today
Yes,
is National Banana Split Day. And do you know where the banana split was created? You probably do.
I do. Although I thought that this has always been a controversy, not to us here in Western PA, but I think some argue this, right?
Yeah, Latrobe lays claim to this and celebrates it. But I think with anything like this, there's always some, I mean, unless there's someone documenting it. But the first banana split, we believe, was made by a 23-year-old apprentice at Tassel's Pharmacy, which doesn't exist anymore, in Latrobe in 1904. It only cost 10 cents.
Things were so cheap back then. Although I guess 10 cents probably was more than 10 cents as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
10 cents was probably a big deal. So every year they celebrate in Latrobe, and I've actually been to this before, and it's great fun. It is fantastic. It's the Great American Banana Split Celebration. Of course, this year they can't do it in person, so it's gone virtual, but all day today they have different musical acts. They're going to be streaming this celebration, and we have a link for you at Pittsburgh Today Live if you want to get in on it. The only thing you can't get is a banana split.
So you have to, I like the emphasis on that, banana split.
Well, the banana is a very important part of the split.
I love banana splits, and I think that I mentioned this last week, the name is probably because you split the banana, right? It's banana split, ice cream in the middle, right? But
Yes.
I think that the only way to eat a banana split is to split it with someone. So
oh, that's very nice of you.
that's the way that
And Jackie Hale would probably approve of that,
Because
our
you're
nutrition expert. Yeah, because you're eating half as much.
All right, so how do you make a banana split? Do you know the right way? There is a right way, very specific, okay? Split the banana down the middle,
split the banana, yes.
right?
And then
Vanilla chocolate strawberry ice cream.
exactly, that's very important. Although I will say Dairy Queen makes a nice banana split without the 3 different flavors. I think they use vanilla for all. But anyhow, yes, I'm getting off track here because Dairy Queen just makes my brain go wherever.
It does that.
All right, so on the strawberry you put crushed pineapple, on the vanilla you put chocolate syrup, and on the chocolate you put strawberry topping. And I remember as a kid, we would go to the Elderton Carnival in my mom's hometown of Elderton, Armstrong County. And every year they would have a line for these banana splits. And such good memories. And they made it exactly like this. And then I would try to duplicate it at home. I'd be like, where do we buy crushed pineapple? You know?
Grocery store.
Yeah, well, it was 1980. I'm not sure it was available.
All right, well, a lot of people are working from home these days. We've been talking about this so much.
Yeah.
And it turns out that people who are working from home are working longer days. I was going to say harder, but I don't know if it's just longer days.
Yeah, and I think this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And so they're finding, that there's sort of the workplace boundaries that we would normally have disappear because you're not leaving the house to go to work.
Right.
So there are more emails involved. Sometimes there are more meetings involved. And researchers at 2 different universities found on average people are working 48.5 minutes more a day compared to before coronavirus.
Well, and think about too that separation you were just talking about. Like you're letting people in if you're doing Zoom or some of these virtual meetings, you're letting people into your home, to your private life. That's why I like those backgrounds that you can change.
Right.
I found myself like pushing the junk out of the corner when I had to do Zooms because our computers in our bedrooms. I'm like, I'll just shove this over here so it looks neat. But
see, I don't like the backgrounds because then it gets blurry around the person, and I'm somehow drawn to like look at the blurriness, and I'm annoyed by that.
Yeah.
But I do understand. I'm so off track today. I'm talking about anything.
I love off track David. It's my favorite kind of David.
I do think that people feel more pressure when they're working from home to prove to their bosses that they're doing work. So I think you might end up sending more emails or documenting what you're doing more, and you wind up just doing more because of that. So I understand that.
All right. There's going to be some more working from home too with kids working from home. Maybe you already started online learning. I saw this online.
I love this picture.
My mom actually sent this to me. E-learning in progress. Don't ring unless you have wine or teach math.
I think so many parents right now are feeling that. I mean,
it makes me...
wine and math are both important.
When we brought Rocco home last summer, Frankie, this isn't our first rodeo, he put a sign on the door that said, "Sleeping baby, don't ring bell." That's what that makes me think of. Because people will come up and they'll knock on the door, they'll ring the doorbell, and the dogs start barking, and you're like...
Yeah, and then the baby's awake, and then you have to go through the whole process over again.
All over again.
Yeah.
And then the baby's mad, and you're mad, everybody's crying. It's not good.
No.
It's similar to what's about to happen with e-learning.
All of that's true.
Everyone will be crying.
And people are going back, or they're beginning the e-learning at home. And so this is the time of year traditionally that you would take a picture of your kids as they get on the school bus, right? And for some families that's still happening, and for some families it's not.
Right, mixed bag here.
But we wanted to bring out an old picture just to embarrass us.
Oh, jeez.
So here it is.
Talk about it.
How old do you think you were there, Heather?
I think my mom told me I was 11. I don't remember now.
I'm guessing I was about 10 or 11 in that picture too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were not, those are separate pictures on the bottom. We did not go to school together. I went to school several years before you.
Look how cute you are. Me, brunette, braces, how we grow.
Oh, you were cute too.
Thanks.
Yes.
I appreciate it. All right, so listen, you told me that you were binge watching a new show. Tell me all about it.
I need to get your input on this because it is, so I had a week off and we watched some television, and I watched Grace and Frankie before, and we loved that show.
So
and
fun.
Downton Abbey was like the original thing that I binge watched. It was like just one more. I'll watch one more episode.
So fun.
We've started watching HBO's Succession.
I watched the first season.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know this. You didn't tell me this.
Yeah, I watched the first season of this, but I didn't. There's another. How many seasons?
There's a whole other
2?
season.
Yeah.
Part of the reason we started watching was there is a friend of ours. She went to CMU, Dagmara Demenchik, who is the press person in this. She plays the media relations person. But this is about a family that they have this media empire, and it's like who's going to succeed and take over from dad. There is not one person in this show that is likable.
I know.
And somehow
It's hard
I'm
to watch.
still drawn back to it. Like so at this point I want to like, what makes something binge worthy? Because these people have no redeemable qualities, and yet I'm somehow into it.
You know, I tell you what, whenever I see posts on Facebook for people asking for recommendations on what to watch next,
Right.
it is bombarded with like dozens of comments. And I really do think that people, I don't know, they have a lot to say about binge-worthy shows. I just finished The Umbrella Academy.
Which is what? I don't even know that.
It's so good. I don't know. Ron watched it too. I can't even tell you. I guess it's based on a comic, but it's about these special bunch of children who all have superpowers, and they're named 1 through 7, but there's more than that. It's just a fascinating show, but it's so entertaining.
Umbrella Academy.
Yes.
How many seasons?
2.
See, I want to know going in how many seasons, like how many do I have to commit to?
It's 2.
Okay.
So good.
I love a show that is positive, that brings you up. And I have to say, like, Succession is not positive,
No.
but the intrigue of it. Like, and you're trying to decide
The family dynamics
Who do
and-
I hate
yeah.
the most? That's kind of where I'm at. And now I'm stuck in it. We started watching it again last night, so.
I know. I know that feeling though when you're like, I can't wait to get home and watch the
I
next
know.
episode.
Let's watch just 2 more.
Well, we love everybody who binge watches PTL.
Yes.
So DVR us. Watch us all week.
There you go. Yeah. All right. Well, everyone's a little anxious these days about keeping safe, especially if you were sending children back to school, or maybe you're a teacher starting the new year. There is a lot to think about for teachers.
Absolutely. And up next, our PTL parenting pro, Dr. G, is here to help us navigate this uncertain time of back to school and sports. To her advice for parents, teachers, students, coaches, all ahead.
Also, get fit for fall. Wellness coach Jackie Hale is back to help us set new goals to keep on track after our PTL summer shape-up.
And David has been on a roll. We're going to play our favorite antiques appraisal game with Dr. Lori. Find out how much your family treasures are worth.
I'm up for the challenge. It is all ahead on this Banana Split Day, Tuesday, August 25th. Thank you so much for watching PTL. We're glad you're with us.